Welcome back, everyone. We have successfully slayed a princess, but there's still more slaying to be done, apparently. I was curious to see if the title screen was going to change or anything like that, but does not appear to be the case. All right, let's do it.
In the woods. And at the end of the path, okay, what the hell is that?
Okay, good. That's what I was hoping for. I just recorded the previous episode. I just wanted to see, A, if the title screen changed, and B, if he would narrate. Why is the broken crying? Dude needs to shut up. Yeah, continued sobbing.
I think he's upset.
I agree.
What's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Also, don't know if it's just me, but music is just a little bit loud. I mean, I'm digging it, though. This is good music. Yeah, let's turn it back up a little bit. I changed my mind. Oh, and we do have another one. We have the Stubborn. Okay. All right, we're collecting personalities. Great. Or voices.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was and ever will be.
Okay. As much as I'm enjoying the music, it's very hard to hear the broken over the music. So we're just turning things down a little bit. Maybe we do something like that. I might want to turn it up again in Discord, OBS, whatever the hell this thing's called. In Software Tool, we'll go just a scooch. Sorry, I don't have access to video editing software right now, so it's hard to adjust audio in post. So we're just kind of doing it live. Hooray! All right. We destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was and ever will be.
You're damn right we did. And you'll get over it. Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us and you almost got us killed.
That's true.
You're being too generous. He did get us killed.
Also true, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. We definitely got punched into a crater in the basement.
Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it? Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
Okay, so he's more accepting of that concept this time around, at least.
Yeah, you think?
The hero's becoming a little more sarcastic.
Actually, I don't think we have been here.
I mean, okay, we haven't been here. Whatever the hell this place is. This place is cool, in like a very creepy, demonic sort of way.
This is all different, isn't it?
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that.
Okay, we're kind of starting off on the wrong foot here with the narrator, I think.
Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted. So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Okay. Feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You better all listen to me when the time comes to make the choice. If I don't slay her, if I just stay here or do anything else and we hit the point of no return, then what happens? Good question. No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through. Proceed to the cabin. Kind of agree with that. Silently go to the cabin, or I'm done with this. Bye. Let's turn around and leave. I I kind of want to just turn around and leave, but let's at least, see what some of these other options are first.
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end?
Yeah, yeah.
How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there, if there even is a there. It doesn't matter because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
Okay. The stubborn is getting along with the narrator, so that's good. Y'all better listen to me when it comes right down to it,
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really gotten a say in things.
Oh, shut up. You were, specifically trying to kill us last time.
What a crock of shit.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, you stabbed us last time. Repeatedly.
Yeah.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
It counts because you still did it. You still stabbed us. It doesn't matter if it did lead to us dying eventually, but I hate the broken. What an obnoxious voice.
We died. If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me. To her.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
I don't know. I didn't really have much say in things last time, but this definitely confirms that I'm the one who's speaking, and then they're also just here along for the ride.
Second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
Okay, yeah. I don't know what that means or how you're going to do it, but sure, I'm on board.
Are you serious? Fine, you walk away from the cabin. Let's see how that goes for you.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? Everything is getting fuzzy. What's going on? Where are we?
Did we do it? Where are we?
We're dead, obviously.
I told you we shouldn't have come here. I told you. But did you listen? No.
When did you tell us that? The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothingness. It is quiet. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. It's a lot of creepy hands. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Interesting that all of the world ended and all of existence became unwound, but we still exist. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. This is a nightmare. Wake up. Embrace the thoughts constricting you. Now let's wake up. It's not. Oh, we're back to chapter 1. Return to your destined path or face
You're
the consequences.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
What on earth? Hold please. I need to open Steam. What on earth was that achievement? We got 2 of them. So I got one at the end of the previous video for slaying the princess, slaying a god. So we just got denial. Return to your destined path or face the consequences. So that's what just happened there. And then the real Slay the Princess starts here. You'll know it when you see it. So we're back at chapter 1. So What?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Am I going to have any dialogue to speak about this? We can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on the keyboard or R1 on the controller. So okay, so nothing is going to, well, maybe not nothing, but this is just following the track we've already seen before. So I think we just march in there and stab her. I think that we're going to just go down that path again. I say again because that's what I tried to do in chapter 2 last time, but we're gonna go for it this time. Yeah, all this stuff. Thanks for telling me what to do. Yeah, let's be kind of sarcastic about it.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Or sincere, I mean.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
That's what happens if I hit the skip button. It skips us just directly to the next choice, I guess? Okay. Got it. I'm probably going to be making use of that, but
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
So I've already established I want to just march down there, ignore her, and just try to stab her. But now that I know we can like reset the whole flippin' thing, at some point I want to go down there and actually like sincerely engage with her and talk to her and hear her whole spiel, her story. So I'm kind of keeping that on the back of my mind. But for now, let's just go see if we can stab her right away and hopefully not get beaten to a pulp, because I don't want the broken with me again. That guy he's not great.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I want to know what happens if we go down there without the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason.
Yep, no talking. Just march in and slay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
So I'm wondering if she's just gonna kill us again. I'm wondering if there's just no way to get a different outcome here.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
It looks like maybe we got her this time?
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
It worked.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Don't question it, just accept it, dude. Of course it is, she's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not, that was too easy. Yeah, she's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Hooray! I'm a hero.
Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
What?
Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
So I want to throw something out there real quick, and this again relates to the previous video. I really like unreliable narrators in stories. I think that's such a cool mechanism for storytelling. Like, you know, I guess mild spoiler, like Dead Space is a really crazy good story that comes to mind with a very unreliable narrator. But I love that sort of thing where, like, you know, your lens into the world is very unreliable, and so, like, you know, you have to eventually at some point at least start questioning, like, how much can you trust them, and then, you know, usually there's some big interesting twist, and that's something that has been on my mind since the previous episode in chapter 2 with the mirror, where he's like, there's no mirror, and we're like, but I see a mirror, and he's like, well, you walk up to the wall and stare at the blank wall that doesn't have a mirror. You reach out and touch the wall, and there's no mirror there. Suddenly it's just a wall. That sort of thing has me like, interesting. I don't know how much I trust this narrator. And now he's like, oh, the world definitely didn't end. See, you're fine and good and happy. But there's no world out there for us. I don't know how much I trust you. I do know how much I trust you, and it's not much. And that not much is shrinking as we go. Everyone's happy, you'll be happy. That's bullshit, let me out of here? Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world. Yeah, that last one is more or less my thoughts. Also, the feathers again. Are these my feathers? Is it me? Am I a bird creature, scale monster, claw hands thing?
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
See, again, the narrator's just like, trust me. I don't think the princess is the bad guy here.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just going to stay here forever, right?
I'm glad the hero's on my side, at least. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy, we're happy. Heldo, do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here? Or, of course we are, I like it here.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Okay, maybe I'm not happy. And I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to. No, we're happy, I'm sure of it.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
I wonder how long I can just stay here and be happy.
The little voices' pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Woo! Good ending! You did it! You saved everyone! Woo! Air horn. Near, 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 near. Gosh, I'm such a good hero. Wow, that was surprisingly easy. I'm glad we did it. We get credits. Hell yeah. The voices in your head. The princess. Yo, we got music. All right. I guess we're done. I guess this is the end. That was not a long game. Also wasn't very much horror. There's a little bit of horror. Definitely no love story in there. So I think that I enjoyed it tremendously, and I'm glad that I'm very happy until the end of time. Your song, The Princess, The World Ender, Eternal Bliss. Yeah, you did it. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. I can also do that. And then I think I can hit this. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't dox myself with the screenshot button. Join the Discord, join the mailing list, join the subreddit, follow them somewhere else, make my playlist, play their other game, or go back to the main menu. And we're not gonna end it there, obviously.
You're on a path in the woods.
Didn't mean to punch the
and at
microphone.
the end of that path...
Yeah. So either we let her beat us to a pulp, or we just talk to her. So I'm going to go with the talk to her option. We know that letting her beat us to a pulp breaks us and sends us into chapter 2. I don't need to go through all this stuff because we already know how that turns out. Actually, I'm wondering if there's any way to escape. Like, if I go back to what we just did, and then the hero voice is like, hey, let's get out of here. Can I, do we get something different if I agree with him? I don't know. I don't know if I can. I don't know what would happen. Maybe we blast through this real quick and try to get that to happen. So let's just kind of skip everything. Yeah. To the cabin. Take the blade. In we go. Just silently down the stairs. We're gonna just slay the princess again. Yeah. Oh, these are also good. She has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. I don't want to skip. I forgot about these options. She's
Yes,
definitely dead.
Exactly.
There's
You
definitely
open the cabin door, ready to only...
yep, infinite nothingness. Let me out of here.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
I don't trust you, though.
Time passes.
Yeah.
We really...
I'm not actually happy. Okay, maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to. Also, there's like windows. Yeah, you can see the textured nothingness out there. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
Does it involve killing myself? Because that seems like that's probably what your idea is. I can't think of any other options. Or maybe is it go down there and see what the princess is up to?
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Yeah, it's the blade, alright.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Oh, wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead? Anything to get out of this hell? You're right, I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least for a little while longer.
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
But he did want us to slay the princess, kind of? He at least wasn't opposed to us slaying the princess, like the broken voice earlier. You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die. I'm not risking death over your weird hunch. Anything to get out of this hell, or we're going to stick around a little longer. You better be right.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Deal. I will take that. Anything to get out of this cabin.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
See, I think the narrator is the Lovecraftian horror here, not the princess. What do you mean you made this? You're just a narrator. You just kind of call facts, I thought you said earlier.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
So is the princess down here? Is she still alive? Or is she re-alived?
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
She's definitely not re-alived. Or still alived.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
See, I don't think I'm wearing feathers. I think I have feathers.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Hey, the Spectre. That's different.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Did we just get a different chapter 2?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So who's our other voice with us this time? Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. Deja vu. Hasn't this already happened? Okay, no, but I killed myself. What am I doing here?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly
We've
haven't
already
been a
heard
part
all
of
this,
it.
right? It's the same
We've
as last
just
time.
met for the first time, you and I.
It's not necessarily the same, because skip is not working.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
It's got to be because we have a different voice.
That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
The cold is more in on this than the broken was, that's for sure. Alright, let's assume that I'm telling the truth, blah blah blah.
Those are two very different... Let's say for a moment that this really... If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
That's true. This is extremely true. This is so incredibly true.
Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you.
Yeah, there's very, very, very strong Stanley Parable vibes coming from this. Which is so cool, because this is the first game I'm aware of that has done something akin to what the Stanley Parable did. So that is fascinating to me. I love this.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah, we'll see what happens when we get inside the cabin, though.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
Alright, I kind of like the cold.
Just stay focused, will you? Just be quick about it.
If anything, the world ended after I slew her, when I tried to leave everything was gone. Last time around, I stabbed her in the heart, she died. How can someone like that end the world? Very similar to, I charged her and she beat me up. How could someone like that end the world? Who locked her away, etc. Okay.
That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards? Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way round. Yes, maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world. And now we get to go through the whole charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end. But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all.
I mean, like, there's no way she's not alive in the cabin, right? She has to be there? I'm so curious about this one.
You're going to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, you wouldn't be here. And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. I don't know what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy ending. I promise. Well, that's exactly what we're afraid of. Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you? Oh well, there's no use arguing over your masochism. The cabin awaits.
You kind of just, like, dodged the issue, but okay. Who locked her in here?
People locked her in that bait.
Yeah, okay. Why didn't they slay her?
Look. Oh. I didn't know we were special. Of course we're special.
I do like the cold. I'm so curious about what other voices we can get. I stabbed her in the heart and she died. How could someone like that end the world?
She just can. You'll have to...
Ugh. See, I don't like the trust word.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail will just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
I disagree. I would like the overcomplication.
This is boring. He's clearly not interested in talking. So let's just do as he says. And maybe he'll stop bothering us.
I'm also, like, keenly aware of the fact that he has been capitalized every time they talk about the narrator. Alright, I guess that's it.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
You can turn around and leave. Nah, let's go.
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem.
Oh, I like the cold. I think I like the hero the most. He seems the most rational, but...
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Oh, the mirror is back. I'm just going to approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Oh, come on. That's the first time I really disagree with the cold. Alright, let's take the... this whole cabin's different from last time.
Very different.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here, so
Yeah,
focus up.
Alright, let's take the knife. Let's do it again.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
So I don't know what we're gonna find down there. I don't know if I want to just march in silently and stab her again. Kind of? I kind of do. I don't know if we're gonna get the option. I'm so curious.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I wonder if she's gonna be like a skeleton or something.
The room below is silent. Nobody's here, naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Huh, not what I was expecting.
Okay, she's definitely dead.
It's just like I told you.
Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
She's a ghost. Oh no, how do we stab a ghost?
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
Oh, wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller.
I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
She has the scar from where we stabbed her in her ghost form. Oh, I love it.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again.
Yeah,
if we wanted to.
If we could feel her, if we felt her touch, then yeah, maybe we can stab her again. Oh, the game is called Slay the Princess. I want to just slay the princess. Let's try it.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
Well, yeah, she's a ghost. Like, what was I expecting? This? It's not helpful, Cold.
You're adorable when you're confused. But I didn't say you could touch me.
Oh.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Slay the princess harder. Okay, that's what I was looking for. If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. That's also true. Of course I attacked you. You're supposed to end the world. That's why I killed you last time too. Yeah, also. You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? What do you want from me? Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Any thoughts? Slay the princess harder. Fine then, if I can't hurt you, then there really isn't anything for me to do here. Guess I'll get going. Leave her in the basement. Now let's slay her harder.
You swing at the princess once more, and once more your blade cuts through nothing as she disappears.
Really?
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment. She draws in close.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here, together. All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
I guess violence is the only language you speak.
That's so creepy.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Did you miss? I'm not afraid of you. Stare at her in silence or step away. I'm going to step away.
You do your best to pull away, but it's as if her arm, embedded in your body, is rooting you in place.
Uh-oh.
Leaving so soon?
That's so creepy.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is.
Oh, what happened? I don't like this.
A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Yeah, I agree.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound.
We did it!
But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly.
Never mind, we didn't do it. The achievement was, there are worse fates than a broken heart.
Did we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
See, she definitely seems to know more about what's going on than we do. Which isn't hard, because I don't really know much at all about what's going on here. The Wraith. Uh-oh. Is she still a ghost?
You're on a path in the wood.
What?
Here we go again. Off to slay her. Again.
So who is our new voice? Who is hanging out with us?
The deck's stacked, isn't it?
Yeah.
We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
Yeah, I'm with the cheated on this one.
Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Ah, and what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be, seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. Wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring? Okay, so you've already been here. Twice even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory.
Yeah, poke away. Let's get some holes. Let's hear what you have to say, narrator.
Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess.
Yeah, I don't believe anything that you just said right there.
Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves.
That happened once, that's true.
And why, pray tell, did you do that?
Because of you.
Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
Okay. The narrator is not actually wrong with that, because we did listen to what he said. We effortlessly slayed the princess. Don't know about saving the world. We got a happy ending, whatever that means.
The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful.
This is like so incredibly Stanley Parable. I know I keep talking about that game, but like, man, this just makes me want to play the Stanley Parable again. There's specifically an ending that I can think of in the Stanley Parable where you go find like infinite happiness and you're just in like a void standing on a platform and like fireworks are going off in the void. And that's it. And literally the only way to get out of that is to just fling yourself from a great height and kill yourself. You have to do it like multiple times before you finally kick the bucket in order to restart the story from the beginning, kind of like this. It's so, this is a very, like, this is such a fascinating, like, mechanism for storytelling. I really like it. I'm genuinely surprised we haven't seen more stuff like this with the, like, unreliable narrator who is sort of externally narrating what's going on as you play to the point where you kind of get into a feud with the narrator. Like, this is, I love this stuff. This is so good.
It was boring.
It was also quite boring. It was just a cabin in a void forever.
It was bullshit.
I guess you were kind of there, I guess. I guess you just remember everything that's happened from all of our loops so far.
So you killed yourself? Yes, and then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seemed to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish.
But that's what I tried to do last time, too.
All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
See, that's interesting that the cold is kind of on this side now. The cold's like, let's maybe try something different. Oh, geez, there's so many options. Oh, man. Why should we help you? All you're going to do is lock us away forever again. Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before. There we go, I can talk. We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things has gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. Might as well do it now. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option. We've already tried that. Or we can just go, or there's something else we haven't tried, turn and leave. But I have tried that. I'm assuming that's never going to work for us. I'm assuming that's always our way back to the start.
Tell you what, I won't do that. I promise. Oh yeah, sure. That changes everything. I mean, he did promise.
He did promise. Yeah, that's a good point.
And you believed him?
Are you the same narrator? Because the first time we looped, the narrator didn't believe us. Now you seem real quick to be like, all right, cool, belief.
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate. So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
Ooh, I like that thought. Excuse me.
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
Yeah, what happens if we let her go?
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever.
I disagree with that.
Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't, and you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating.
Yeah, like, at least for now, that's kind of my plan, is to just keep trying to kill her. Slay her. Slay the princess.
How convenient. Everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him. Makes me want to end the world out of spite. On second thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
What happens if we don't go to the cabin?
Then she finds a way out on her own.
Ugh, of course she does.
So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's gotta be better, right? No, it's strictly worse. But she can't kill us out here. Why would staying out of killing distance be worse if she's getting out regardless? Because it's cowardly, for starters, and because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options.
I don't agree that the unknown's always worse than the known.
The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
I disagree with that.
How are we supposed to decide on anything if you just keep coming up with new rules? Since when is there a wrong way to slay her?
Yeah. I'm with the cheated on this one. You never mentioned that there was a right or a wrong way. You just said I had to slay her. That's it. There were no stipulations the first time. All right, let's go.
You continue down the path towards the cabin.
We're going to try to slay her again. That's just what we're doing.
It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free.
Yeah, after we kind of see where this thread of repeatedly slaying the princess goes, I definitely am going to try talking to her. Possibly setting her free in the first run if we can. I don't know. That's the direction I'm leaning right now, though.
Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will.
Alright.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward.
See, the mirror is important, isn't it? Isn't the mirror important? There's no mirror here. There is, but there's no mirror down here. Ah, here we go again with the mirror.
The only furniture of note is... That's strange.
There's no blade.
What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
That's a good question.
Great. Something else has been taken away from us.
Oh, the cheated.
I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of this hallway, and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What is behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement? Don't you mean door?
Yeah, it's usually a door.
No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do.
Alright, the cheated is kind of growing on me here.
Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here? Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works.
Don't know about that. Somebody's calling the shots here. Alright, let's approach the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Am I being watched by me in the mirror?
We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. Here we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
I want to know what's going on with the mirror. I want to know what's going on with the mirror. Why is there a mirror? Why is there not a mirror? But there isn't.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap.
Ew!
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
Okay. First things first. This is such a cool shot. What a cool looking creepy nightmare princess. Also, what the hell is going on with our like spiky clawed lizard feet? And like furry feathered legs? What?
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right.
She is so creepy. I love it.
I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. Even after I ripped your heart out, you still cut me. And for what? I didn't go anywhere. You didn't banish me. I'm right back here with you. A little better, a little worse. Well, maybe a lot worse. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
That looks like it hurts.
I say we let her do it. It's something different.
Not helpful.
Do we even have a choice?
Also not helpful.
You always have a choice.
That might be helpful.
Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
Game. I don't want to talk to her on this run. That's the whole point, is we're not talking to her. We're just trying to slay her. Look, we're even now. I killed you and then you killed me. Water under the bridge, right? I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here. I'm a victim of all this too, you know? Wouldn't possessing me against my will make you no better than me? You don't have to be evil. You don't have to do this. Do you need to take my body? Can't I just, like, open the door for you? Or, that's fine, I actually came here to set you free. Or we can struggle. I guess we're going to struggle. Because that's just kind of the theme of this current run. But, I'm still, like, my mind is still kind of lingering on when we turned and walked away in the previous video. And, the hands trying to claw their way into our soul, and they needed a vessel. That kind of seems like what she's doing, but maybe just because she's a ghost. So, like, my sort of open question was that the narrator trying to take us over, or was that the princess trying to take us over? And as of right now, no concrete evidence either way.
You violently struggle against the princess, but all you manage to do is grind the fragments of your splintered ankle together. You can't shake free from her now.
Ow.
It's so easy to make you squirm. But I won't be crueler than I have to be. Wouldn't want to cause any more damage. It'll be hard enough for me to walk out of here on that broken ankle.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here?
That's a good question. You said yourself that there's supposed to be a pristine blade, so, where is it?
Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up.
Yeah, I don't think I can argue with that.
Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
We're not done here.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
Are we gonna find the knife and have to unalive ourselves again?
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Ow.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support.
Oh, and we never even made it into the basement. We're still upstairs. Oh.
There's another option, you know. Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
Yeah. I kind of like the cheated here.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss. You wouldn't dare. Move now. Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Oh, see, that's not a good way to think. Oh. We're going into the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do that.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
Yeah, he's on our side. He's helping. Yeah.
Even if you throw yourself into the abyss, you still lose.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Why do you hate me?
We're still going.
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. What an end. But at least it's ours.
Yeah. Positive thinking, cheated.
An empire of frigid Nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
Uh-oh. Oh no. This is the happy ending all over again.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now. Oh? And why is that?
Did she force him out? Did she get rid of him?
He's gone. But
Uh-oh. Terminal velocity ceases, and you feel a something, a mass, a growth, torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment. Ah.
What's happening to me?
Yeah, why did you get... I thought you did that. Oh! It's him, it's the narrator! Oh no. The narrator took her. He was the feelers. He was the hands. He was trying to take me over. He didn't have a vessel, and now he does have a vessel, and it's creepy ghost princess. Skeletal wraith princess. But you don't answer her before something takes her and leaves something in her place. You feel a force underneath your feet once more, and it's the damn mirror.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Yeah, what's going on with the mirror? I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror, and then we can do that.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. We just can't win.
Is the mirror that awful thing? Is that really that awful?
Don't bother looking for her. I'm sure it's just a waste of time.
Not helping.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? He was never going to outlast us. Good riddance.
I do think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
See, I do generally side with the hero, and the hero's saying not to look. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before. Because it wasn't real before, maybe?
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
Oh, here we go. We approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Did the mirror got rid of all of our reflections, I guess? All the voices are gone. I'm at the cabin. There she is. But like with the hands, the feelers again. See, that's not the princess, is it? That's going to be the narrator.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Oh, it's so creepy. So there's a board game. This is so random. There's a board game, Kingdom Death. It was kickstarted. Big deal, etc., etc. Little figurines. It's kind of like this weird gothic horror. It's this sort of aesthetic, like exactly what we're seeing right here on the screen. It's things with too many hands and hands holding other body parts and stuff like that. It's like a very cool type of like body horror aesthetic. I don't know what you'd call this. There was also a devil in Chainsaw Man that was holding its own severed head up like that. So that's a whole thing. Man, this is so cool. I do feel obligated to talk to this one, though. So what are you? The gift of a fragile vessel. Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack it or destroy myself? Yeah, we're gonna break what we've been doing so far. I am going to explore.
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What does that even mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
What did you mean by the gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
I don't know, that makes me want to mourn her even more. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Because there's nothing else but us? Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
That's so interesting. A fragment of a concept. She's going to be returned to you.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
I think he was me, kind of.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
It might, yeah. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
So, Cold? The cheated? I don't know. The hero? Was the cold sad? I don't know about that. I don't really know that the cheated was longing for anything, except maybe a win. As much as I want to attack her, I want to know even more what happens now.
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
What? Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Yeah, that was a silly question. How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
This is a tough one. Let's wait. Let's see what happens.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Oh, the game just closed. I guess we're done.